which is extremely heavy. Everyone accepts to help together except for Claire, who just sits around and watches while smoking. No matter how hard they try though, the door doesn't budge an inch. Next Jay tries firing at the bricks, but they're too thick to make a decent hole. Afterward the group decides to inspect every nook and cranny for any possible openings or hidden exits, which must exist because they somehow entered this place. Jay finds an iron bar and uses it to dig in the basement floor, but there's metal under it. Albie discovers a wooden square on the ceiling and manages to break it down, but it is also sealed. While everyone looks around to no avail, Claire gets her hands on the liquor cabinet and begins drinking. Eventually the group gives up and returns to the living room, where they tell Claire off for not helping and Jay decides to lock up the liquor cabinet for now since drinking will make their moods worse. Then the group has a talk and everyone swears they don't want to kill, but they also admit there are desperate people that would do anything for money. Suddenly they hear a sound coming from the kitchen so they go to check, discovering there is a dumb waiter with food. Their dinner consists of exactly a piece of chicken and 1 potato for each player, so the group sits in the dining room and after Duffy blesses their meal, they finally introduce themselves properly. Duffy is a priest, Jay is a cop, Lee is a dancer, Claire is a famous tennis player, Francis is a musician, Cynthia is his stay-at-home wife, Albie is a rapper, Max is a fashion designer, and Shona is an addict on parole. In fact she's got a bracelet monitor on her ankle, which gives the group hope that cops will come here looking for her. Lee doesn't eat meat and everyone is already fighting for her piece of chicken, but Jay exchanges his potato for it to avoid trouble. Albie laments that being brought here made him miss a meeting with a record company that could get him a deal, and when some players doubt his abilities, Albie impresses them with an improvised rap. After dinner, they discuss how to divide the rooms, of which there are 5 with 2 single beds each. Duffy will have a room for himself because he's a priest and Francis will stay with his wife, so the other 6 people get to choose their room partners by picking names. Jay ends with Leah, Claire with Shona, and Max with Albie. Each pair goes to their corresponding room, and moments later, Claire finds Shona going through her bag, which makes her furious and triggers a really dumb argument. Albie practices his rhymes in bed and Max is worried about having only